Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Mario Kart Wii playthrough. We're going to keep things moving on with the 150cc engine class, and we're going to actually move on to using the medium weight characters now. So we have, first up we have Mario and Luigi. Since we used Baby Luigi earlier, I guess we'll go with Mario here. And we have some new karts and bikes to choose. We have the Classic Dragster, the Wild Wing, the Super Blooper, the Day Tripper, the Sprinter. For the bikes, we have the Mock Bike, the Sugar Scoot, the Zip Zip, the Sneakster, and the Dolphin Deck. I'm not a dolphin. Anyway, for the first, let's use... You also have the standard kart and bike for the medium racers, but we're not going to use those. Let's actually use... I kind of feel like using the Classic Dragster. Yeah, let's use it. Let's see how this controls. And we're going to go to the Star Cup today. The Star Cup, I think, has a lot of really, really cool looking tracks. I think of all the tracks in this game, this is definitely the one with the most diverse level sets, I think. First we have Daisy Circuit. It's another circuit level. We've seen a bunch of these already in the past of Mario Kart. But I do like this one. I kind of like this one because, first, on the left you can kind of see like the port, which is probably where Daisy Cruiser is actually parked from Double Dash. But you have this like nice little business district here, which kind of looks really cool. You have these like giant fountains with statues of Luigi and Daisy, and then Baby Luigi and Baby Daisy. It's actually kind of funny because if you use a Mii character in this course, and basically any course like this that has like Mario characters, the Mario characters will actually get replaced by Mii characters. So if you use Mii's, that's like one little visual change you can expect to see, which I've always been a fan of that. But yeah, this track just looks really, really nice. I also love the lighting of this track too, how it kind of takes place at sunset. Just a really, really neat looking track, and I really enjoy it because of that. Unfortunately, though, Daisy Circuit never came back in other Mario Kart games, so that's a shame. But who knows, they could bring it back in the next Mario Kart game. Although at that point, like, there's so many other tracks that... because they keep, like, whenever they do retro tracks, they also have to add, like, the same amount of new tracks as well, so it's like... At some point, there's going to be so many Mario Kart games being represented that they'll only get to like one retro kart per game at some point. Although, I don't know, maybe they'll stop doing like newer tracks as much. Because really, when you think about it, Mario Kart 8 tracks, for example, they've been done in Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so... They may want to take a small break from those tracks to get caught up with other retro tracks before they move on to other games. Again, hard to say. We don't even know what they're going to be doing with Mario Kart in the future. Like, are they just going to take what they made with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and just kind of like keep rebranding that over and over again, or will we actually get a Mario Kart 9? It's hard to say. I think we will get a Mario Kart 9 at some point, but since they did just come out with the deluxe version of 8, it'll probably be a few years before we hear anything about that. The thing is, though, Mario Kart is a huge, huge sell on any Nintendo platform. So you could say that, like, oh, they want to make another one as soon as possible. But you could also say that, oh, well, because it sells a lot, they're probably just going to keep on using one version of the game for a while. Only those that work at Nintendo will have the true answer, I guess. So here we have Koopa Cape. This course came back in Mario Kart 7. And honestly, this is a really cool looking track. Of all the tracks, though, I feel like this is one of the tracks where it's like, I like it better in this game than I like it better in the future game that it was in. Because in Mario Kart 7, they really wanted to focus on the underwater mechanic that they had in that game. So they actually made this tube section like into an underwater section. But honestly, I kind of like the pipe a little more than I like what they did with that in that game. I don't know, I just think that it looks better here, at least in my opinion. Some people may disagree, and that more power to them, but for me, I don't know, I kind of like the old system. The pipe is just really, really cool looking, I think. I also like how whenever you're in this section, you want to be on the water as much as possible, because you get technically a burst of speed whenever you're on, like, moving water. So you can kind of use this to your advantage. Oh, that was kind of unfortunate. And then it also applies to this section right here, too. So you want to stay on the water as much as possible. I also like how they have like those eels kind of outside of the water tube. It really gives you the feeling that you're actually traveling in kind of an underwater pipe system. Oh, damn it. I kind of figured that would happen though. I'm actually surprised they brought me there. Usually when you get knocked out like that, you get taken back to the jump. Or before the jump. I guess it kind of depends on the track, I guess. I really am kind of liking this classic dragster. It's weird for me though, because I always use bikes in this game. So kind of controlling this with karts is honestly a lot harder than you think it would be, at least for me anyway. Oh, and I got hit by the... Ooh, that's not good. I got hit by the lightning, too. Thankfully, it looks like Daisy did as well. So I'm not going to lose a lot of time for that. I am going to lose some time for that, though. No, I'm not! Oh, see, that is what learning how to dodge the POW block can do for you. I literally was about to get third on that track, but knowing how to do the POW avoid actually kind of gave me a first place, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so next track we have is Maple Treeway. This is probably my favorite track in this cup. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I kind of like the autumn theme. Just gives a great recreation of fall. It just looks really, really nice. Kind of reminds me of Gold Leaf Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy. That's what I thought this was originally based on, honestly, but it's not. I mean, I guess it could have had some inspiration from it, I suppose, but I think it's literally just the theme is autumn. That's the theme. Also, whenever you see a pile of leaves, if you hit them, sometimes an item will pop out. I got a super mushroom right there. You can also pop out banana peels. You can also pop out a Starman. The Starman is very, very rare though, so don't expect to get that too often. Definitely count on getting bananas most of the time. Yep, like that. So yeah, really, just a really cool looking level. There's also a little shortcut you can take right here. I wouldn't say it's too helpful, but what's cool about this shortcut is it pops you right in front of the barrel, so if you take it just right, you can make a lot of time. Starman. Oh, there was a mushroom in there, and there's... Oh no, someone took my mushroom. That's a shame. I also really like the music for this course, too. It just really, really fits for this course. Aw, damn it. That's the downside of having the fake item boxes. They can be good items to use, but they're kind of items you want to use as soon as possible. Because you can't block with them like you can with bananas and shells, so... they kind of lose a little bit of utility. But they can be used well if you put them with a bunch of item boxes, because then other players can get kind of screwed up by them. Okay, blue shell came at a really good time. That banana didn't come at a good time, but that's okay. I'll work with it. It's a nice boost of speed I got. I pretty much have this. Just have to be very careful right here. Thankfully that red shell actually got placed on that road, so I should be able to sneak by with the first right here. And there it is. Bowser tried to stop me, but he failed. He failed pretty hardcore. Did I say Daisy earlier on? I feel like I mentioned Daisy's name a little bit earlier on, but Daisy's not even in the circuit. must have mistook her for someone else. It's kind of hard to tell just because, like, I feel like in other Mario Kart games or future games, you actually see a little silhouette of the character above them whenever you get close to them. Maybe I'm just thinking of online. That could be it as well. But yeah, I don't know, like, some characters are harder to tell than others. Like, obviously, Bowser's in front, because he's frickin' Bowser, he's huge, but, like, earlier there was a character that looked like Daisy in front of me. That's weird. Oh, also, Maple Treeway, it does come back in Mario Kart 7, much like Koopa Cape. And here we have Grumble Volcano. This course came back in Mario Kart... Wait, yeah, Mario Kart 8. This game came back in Mario Kart 8. I really hate the track in Mario Kart 8. It's not a good track. Here, I do kind of like it in this game because there's something cool about it, to the point where it's like, on the first lap is pretty easy, the course is pretty standard, but in every lap after the first lap, part of the course actually starts breaking away. Like, you know, like it would in a volcano. So I always thought that was really cool about the course. How it gets kind of harder the longer you race on it, because the course is kind of crumbling away. You have to kind of look out for that while also racing against everyone else. Just kind of a cool thing to do with this track, at least in my opinion. But it is pretty challenging, not gonna lie. Especially when you get to the end and you have like a bunch of like fire snakes to deal with. Those fire snakes can really ruin your day if you're not careful. But yeah, I really hated this track in Mario Kart 8, and I'm not really even sure why. I think it's just... I don't know, they did something with it that just didn't really work, I feel like. And I can't really even think of what it was, but it's just like a course I didn't really like that much. And here I never really minded it that much, for some reason. But I mean, I think they're pretty much the same for the most part, so it's weird. Could be just the thing where it's like, you know, the mechanics of the game. Like, I'd play this game much differently than I'd play Mario Kart 8, for example. So maybe just a change in gameplay can kind of change your opinion around. What the hell happened right there? I don't know what happened right there. It looked like someone was going the wrong way a little bit. I might have to rewind that to see what exactly happened. I just remember passing somebody that was looking like they were coming right at me for some reason. But there we go, that's the Star Cup. I didn't get a perfect, unfortunately, but I thought I raced this pretty well. It's probably still going to be an A rank. Yeah. I think if I would have gotten first on all of them, that would have been my first star ranking, but honestly, that's probably not going to happen in this playthrough. Even if I get around to like the heavyweight characters and my favorite vehicles and stuff, it still probably won't happen just because I'm so used to. But yeah, I am back, and I'm going to finish up the rest of this video with 150cc Leaf Cup. And for this cup, we're actually going to choose, since we used Baby Peach earlier, I think I earned the right to use Daisy now, so we're going to move on to Daisy. And as far as vehicles, I'm going to be using a bike. Let's see. Probably either the Zip Zip Mach Bike or the Dolphin Dasher. I know I'm going to regret this, but I think I'm going to pick the Dolphin Dasher. The Dolphin Dasher does look pretty cool. That doesn't mean I'm a dolphin. That just means I think the cart or the bike looks cool. That's all it means. Do not assume any more than that. You guys know what assuming does. It makes you look like a dummy. That's what it does. Of course, they all took the item boxes. That's another thing I noticed. It seems like item boxes respawn a lot slower in this game than they do with other Mario Kart games. If this was Mario Kart 8, I feel like they'd toss up another item immediately. So you want to be careful on this track, especially right here. You see the dark portion of the sand? If you go off that dark portion, you'll actually get knocked out of bounds. And I'm serious, even if you just like barely touch the dark portion, you'll get knocked out of bounds. Like, the boundaries are very, very strict on this course. So you want to be very, very careful about that. Also, let's take a shortcut, shall we? Yay! I guess it's not really a shortcut. More like, if you have a mushroom, use it here. Which, there's a lot of those points in these tracks, to be fair. Man, I just keep wanting to take these turns too early. Too early and too inside when I don't need to. Also, the fire snakes are back. They're back from Grumble Volcano. I almost feel like they brought back this track just because, well, we have the fire snakes as assets. Let's go ahead and add them in another track. What's a track they were in before? Oh, right, Desert Hills. We'll just use that. That's probably not how they decided, but that's what it seems like a little bit, I guess. Of course, I get blue shelled. Damn blue shell. Also, I need to get back to doing wheelies. I'm so not used to using wheelies. Even though bikes are in Mario Kart 8, wheelies aren't, so that's not like an aspect of that game. So I kind of forget about them. Okay, that was good. Oh wow, did I actually... Okay, no, I thought I screwed over Rosalina right there, but I think she finished just in time. Okay, well, there we go. Won the first race, and we're going to move on to the next one. What do we have next? We have GBA Bowser Castle. Interesting that they brought this track back. But I mean, there were actually a lot of really cool Bowser tracks in Super Circuit. People didn't like them, but I think they didn't like them because it was Super Circuit. And kind of using those tracks on that system made them kind of awkward to use. Or awkward to race on, rather. I always thought this looks kind of cool. And oh my god, this track, there was like a really, really big shortcut you could do on that track in that jumping section right there. Where you could, like, if you angle yourself just properly and you use a mushroom on one of the boosters there, you can actually skip to, like, the next part of the track without having to make that turn. It saved a lot of time, but it was also really, really hard to do. I remember I pulled it off once, and I'm like, okay, I'm never going to improve my time on this track ever again, so I never even bothered. But, like, I could never do that trick again after I did it once. It's like that hard of a trick. Now, I'm sure there's people who can do it constantly, like over and over again, but I'm so out of practice that I don't even feel like trying it. But yeah, like right here, you can see that section to the left. If you jumped at just the right time, you could use that booster and get there, no problem. Hell yeah, Mega Mushroom. Hell yeah, take that, King Boo. Also, King Boo being a returning character in this game, but Petey Piranha not. They literally just, like, ditched Petey Piranha, like, after a while. Petey Piranha was, like, in every single spin-off game, but then after a certain point, never came back to V1. I guess they were like, hey, he's a boss in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That's probably the best he's ever gonna do, so let's not even try to give him any more than that, I suppose. Okay, good. That could have been a very awkward POW block situation, so I'm glad I got the save on that one. Okay. Still perfect. Although we only had 2 tracks. For some reason I thought that was the 3rd track, but I think it's because it's Bowser Castle 3. That's probably why I thought it was the 3rd track. No, our actual 3rd track is from Mario Kart 64. We have DK's Jungle Parkway. Now, we all remember what such a cool track this was in Mario Kart 64. How whenever you drive off the side of the road, you'd have those durians being tossed at you. What? They're not here? This track sucked. It's not like the original. No, no, no. Honestly, this track is cool. I'm glad they got rid of the durian thing. Because that was a really annoying aspect of the 64 version. It wasn't really even that bad of a thing, because I felt like the track was like really wide, so you really wouldn't be going off track much anyway. But still, it was just like a very weird thing that they had in that version, and honestly, I'm not missing them being gone. It was honestly probably a good thing they were removed. Now that shortcut at the end there where you climb up the wall is a lot harder to take in this version because you actually get slowed down when you go off-road, so it's better to take that with a mushroom. Also, good to know that the POW block does not remove the thundercloud effect. But I think you're still affected by it. Oh yeah, you're still affected by it, you just can't remove it. Normally the POW block gets rid of all the other items though, so that's why I find that kind of weird. Given, I mean, Thundercloud is not really a usable item, so it's merely just an inconvenience that you get. An inconvenience slash convenience. Mostly an inconvenience, but it can be helpful as we've already established. Ugh. Yeah, that's only the second lap, though, so we still have time. We still have time for the people behind me to throw a blue shell. I don't want that, though. Stop following me! I don't want your damn thundercloud. I don't want your Girl Scout cookies. I think I got this race. If anyone tries to pass me, they'll get the red shell. or they'll get it right there. And they might also get a green shell. Oh, no. I got hit by something, but I already finished the race by that point, so it didn't matter. And yeah, it's looking like no matter what, I'm probably going to win this set, so don't have to worry about my position on this one. But we have Mario Circuit from Double Dash. This was a very random choice, I feel like. Maybe random's not the right word, but I think it's just because this is in Leaf Cup. I think that's why I find it weird, is that a Mario Circuit is in Leaf Cup. Which is basically the retro equivalent of Star Cup, so it's like, wow, Mario Circuit that far in. But I think, to be fair, I think wasn't Mario Circuit also in Star Cup, or was it in Flower as well? I don't remember. Actually, I think it was. I think it was in Star Cup and Double Dash, so maybe it's not too out there. I'm really trying to remember what Star Cup was in Double Dash or Flower Cup, one of the two. Yeah, because I think Flower Cup... I'm really trying to remember this now. Because the other tracks in Flower Cup were Mushroom Bridge, Waluigi Stadium, and Daisy Cruiser. I can't remember what the second one was, though. I don't think it was Mario Circuit. Whoa! Where'd that come? Oh my... That bomb just landed in, like, the worst place possible for me. Again, it won't matter due to the rankings right now, but still, that was really, really brutal. God, what was that other Flower Cup track? I'm probably going to have to look it up at the end of this recording now. Because I'm so fixated on it at the moment. Actually, no, it was Flower Cup. Because I just remembered Mushroom City was in Star Cup, and then Star Cup had the Yoshi and DK track. Okay, so yeah, this wasn't Flower Cup, never mind. Yeah, that's right, that's right. I forgot for a minute, but yeah, that sounds about right now. Well, whatever. I got my first place, even if that last race was really, really bad. My God, the end of that second lap was brutal. That bomb just came out of nowhere and screwed me. And not in a good way. My God. Okay, so there we go. Oh God, those dolphin's eyes are scaring me. I don't know if I like that. Don't know if I like that at all. Okay, so there we go. That's gonna do it. I don't even know why I'm watching this, honestly. First place, B rank. That's to be expected. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time for the Lightning and Special Cup. Probably not in that order. I'll probably do Special first, then I'll do Lightning Cup. So yeah, see you guys then. Later, folks.